Jim Cramer on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange answering viewers' questions from social media. On Twitter, find him at #CramerQ. Jim, we are in the midst of earnings, and we have a question about Apple, Pfizer, Merck, what to look for Tuesday.
Okay, and I'm glad we're doing this here once again. I have stopped answering individual stock questions on Twitter because 140 characters has made it so I just say yes or no. I don't want to do that. Apple is under a lot of pressure. That is because the supplier is flashing a lot of weakness. I think that Apple, if you can buy it and don't own the stock, if it gets hit to 110, 105, you really want to buy it, that's your chance. I just want to own Apple.
And how about Pfizer and Merck?
Okay, Pfizer has done pretty well, and I think Pfizer's looking to do a big deal. Merck is at the low end of the channel with a very good yield. Lots of different little drugs doing well. I don't want to sell Merck down here. Remember, Merck was at 60 not that long ago. I think Merck can rally.
One viewer wants to know your thoughts on Boeing for the long term.
Okay, Boeing had a fantastic conference call, and Boeing really pretty much confirmed what we've been thinking, which is that there are no plane cancellations. The previous week, Delta had said that there was a wide-body glut. That was 100% refuted on the Boeing call. It was really an unfortunate thing. I like Delta, but that was an unfortunate and wrong comment.
Thoughts on the weakness in Energy Transfer Partners price?
Well, I mean, the Energy Transfer Partners just boosted the dividend. I gave you exactly what I was hoping. I mean, a lot of people were saying that they might cut that. They boosted it. But KMI, which is not a master limited partnership, but is trades with these stocks, announced a very big equity offering, 32 million shares. That was quite unexpected since they said on the conference call that they wouldn't do it, causing a lot of pressure on the whole group. But ETP raised that distribution, so if you're selling ETP, actually do some homework. You might want to be a buyer.
Marathon Oil, is it time to dump and move on?
We got Marathon Oil wrong. What we decided to do was we didn't like the fundamentals, MRO, took the money and bought Occidental and EOG. That turned out to be right, but Marathon I don't think is in great shape, but I understand that they've been very proactive to try to get it so that dividend's safe.
What about Rite Aid? Nobody talks about that one anymore.
You know, I think Rite Aid's having, look, they had a bad quarter. And the stock went from 9 to 6. I think that was an overreaction. There's so much good about Rite Aid. I think the stores are looking a little shabby again. I mean, what happens in these turns, they're so hard. I mean, McDonald's turn was remarkable because the stores look better. Rite Aid's got to go back to basics.
What about AT&T? Thoughts on that?
I think AT&T is having a terrific run since they bought DirecTV. If you go to an AT&T store, I went to 2 this weekend, they have become DirecTV stores, and DirecTV is hugely uptick, fantastic. It's liked because of fantasy. Because you need out-of-market games to figure out how you're doing for FanDuel and how you're doing for DraftKings. That's been, and by the way, that's the driver for DirecTV, and therefore now the driver for AT&T.
And finally, Jim, does Tesla rebound?
Tesla's very hard here because Tesla had some Chinese numbers that were very good. Tesla very much a cold stock. Tesla, we listened to Sergio Marchionne last week, and he said something really brilliant. He said that Elon Musk is a fantastic marketer. To short a marketer is a mistake.
Jim Cramer, thanks as
Thank
always. You. Send your social media questions to Jim. Find him on Facebook and on Twitter. He's at Jim Cramer. Use #CramerQ. I'm Rhonda Schaffler for The Straight.
To get more of Jim Cramer's investing ideas, as well as a peek at other stocks he owns in his multi-million-dollar charitable trust portfolio, subscribe to Action Alerts Plus. Sign up for Action Alerts Plus at getcrameredge.com. That's getcrameredge.com.